is up, guys? Design number 1 here, and today, ladies and mother trucking gentlemen, I am here, proud, happy, and freaking excited to announce I've hit over 370 subscribers on YouTube. Woo! Yeah, buddy, this is some sweet ass stuff. And today, ladies and mother trucking gentlemen, I'm proud to announce the winner of the micro poll was, drummer please, Mega Man v Iron Man. Oh hell yeah, boy! Mega Man versus Iron Man. Oh boy! I remember when I used to be DBZine 2000, and I did something similar to this, but I didn't call it who would win. I was just discussing it, and I actually made a little stick pivot of it, and it was weird because I did my own sound effects with my own voice, and it sounded so bloody rubbish. The animation, could have been better, but then again, I wasn't the best at stick pivot back then. But I am freaking bad. I'm freaking getting better at it now. Speaking of which, quickly to announce, I am still working on part 2 of Red vs. the World, so I hope you look forward to that, cause it's going to be sweet. The second one's gonna be good, but wait till part 3. That's where it's gonna get fucking awesome. But anyway, now the question of all: Mega Man versus Iron Man. The big question: who would win? So as always, I have to tell you about the origins of each character, and then I have to go into the stats of the characters. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go right into the origin section of today. Born Anthony Stark to Martha and Howard Stark. He was a boy genius at a young age. He made many things, but when the death of the great scientist Howard Stark, the guy literally responsible for helping make Captain America, died, Tony became the new director of Stark Enterprises, the new CEO. He went on a trip using drugs, alcohol, and fame, letting it get to him. But one day he was selling missiles to the government for war. One day he got a missile of his own creation blown up in his face. He got lots of shrapnel in his chest and was in an Arabian prison, I believe. Anywho, he was then attached to a magnet and a car battery to make sure the shrapnel would not reach his heart. How pieces of shrapnel would move about the body, I wouldn't know. I don't know how the fuck that would work. But anywho, he then decided to upgrade it to be an electromagnet. And then he made his spark. Well, not spark, he's not a transformer. I mean, he made his, what the fuck? I forget what it was fucking called. He made his electromagnetic core, which keeps the shrapnel from his heart, using science and science know-how and a lot of parts from missiles. Who knew? And then he made a suit of metal to battle his way out of the Arabian pirates' place and freed himself. He then made a silver suit, then another suit made of red and gold. And then the people saw what he could do, what he did to save the world, and he was then dubbed Iron Man. And in front of the whole public, Tony Stark said, I am Iron Man. And everyone knew who Tony Stark was. And everyone knew who Iron Man was. He would then go on to be a member of the Avengers team and part of the Illuminati, the secret organization that sent Hulk to outer space and started Planet Hulk, which then in turn started World War Hulk. Yeah, not a very smart move, dumbasses. But then Tony would make more suits and more suits and more suits and a fucking lot more suits. If I had a nickel for every suit Tony Stark would be, I'd probably just have enough for an American hot dog. I don't know. But anywho, he would then go on to still be a member of the Avengers and a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. and one of the greatest heroes of Earth, for he is Tony Stark, the Iron Man. What? Created by Dr. Light. Rock and Roll were created to be companions and children to a very lonely scientist who couldn't have children of his own. One day, the evil but great Dr. Albert Wiley went on to rule the world to prove he's smarter than Dr. Light. With his robot army, he would take over the world and become the most greatest, most evilest, smartest scientific genius on the planet. But then, in desperation, Rock would ask Dr. Light to upgrade him to be able to fight off these robot menaces. He would then be upgraded into a new blue suit with new powers. He was then dubbed Mega Man, the super fighting robot. Mega Man would live on fighting Dr. Wily and stopping his plans. Mega Man has stopped Dr. Wily from taking over the Earth several times. In fact, in total count, he has stopped Dr. Wily over 20 times from taking over the world. 20 times! That's almost as many times as Sonic has stopped Dr. Eggman. Do you know how ridiculous that is? It is freaking ridiculous. He would then go on to keep stopping Wily and being the hero of Earth. He used to be Rock, and now he's Mega Man, the super fighting robot. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get down to brass tacks, so to say. Now we have to go into the stats of these characters. So we have to discuss strength, speed, techniques, martial arts, and power. Oh, and actually this time, I'm just going to count special abilities as a technique, because, well, if you use an ability, it's in the middle of a battle, it's kind of a technique, so, yeah, doesn't really matter. So yeah, we got strength, speed, technique, martial arts, and power. And we don't really need to say weapons, because I suppose they'll come under techniques, I guess. I don't know. I really need to think these through more often before I do these recordings. Anywho, on with the stats, shall we? Now, strength. Now, I don't know how strong Iron Man is, but According to Death Battle, he is able to lift over 100,000 tons. He's able to lift over 100,000 tons thanks to his suit. I find that rather hard to believe. Because if he can lift over 100,000 tons, then, well, from what I saw also on Death Battle, he should be able to lift Thor's hammer. Which is exactly that weight. So I'm going to say more likely than not, at the best, Iron Man can lift maybe 10,000 tons. I might say that. It's a pretty strong suit. I'm not going to deny it's not strong. It's a strong suit, but the strongest of all of Iron Man suits is definitely the Hulkbuster armor. Literally, he becomes as strong as the Hulk. And if we both think the real Hulk, as in the comic book Hulk, yeah, you know, the Hulk, the guy who can lift a 250 billion ton mountain, yeah, a suit that can do that. Well, fuck me, Mega Man's gonna have some hard times here, I'm afraid. But anywho, but as far as I can tell, thanks in his trademark red and gold suit, where he's, well, I don't know what number it is per se, because it always changes, but let's just say his classic suit can lift about 10,000 tons. And also thanks to Death Battle, we know that Mega Man once held up an entire section of a building which weighed 90,000 tons. In base form! Base form. Yeah, you know that blue suit he wears? That's kind of like his base form. Or his classic suit, so to say. Thanks to his copy ability, he has many other suits. Many other suits. Well, color palettes, I should say, but you know what I mean. But thanks to the guts power, or the strongman power, I don't know what it's called, but thanks to the power he gets from beating guts, you know, that guy who can throw giant rocks and break through metal doors and all that shies? Yeah. His strength gets increased by 2. Yeah, times 2. Depending on which Mega Man. If this is Mega Man, then it's times by 2. So 90,000 tons times by 2, that's 180,000 tons. Flipping heck. That is heavy. That is a lot of weight. But according to the Mega Man X series, when Mega Man X uses the Gust ability, he becomes 4 times stronger than he is in his base form. So what does that mean? We have to times 90,000 by 4. Well, 9 times 4 is 37. No wait, 9 times 4 is 36, my bad. So that would be 360,000 tons. Holy shit. And the funny thing is about the X form, it's basically just an upgrade of his suit, which he can put on at any time. Yeah, literally, Mega Man can become Mega Man X at any time. Seriously, it's that easy. So already in base form, Mega Man is way stronger than Iron Man. But when Iron Man puts on the Hulkbuster, ho, watch out, Mega Man. Even in your Mega Man X Gust form, you're no match for his strength. You're not bad, but you're no match. So in base strength, Mega Man is the strongest. But with the most powerful suits, or in Mega Man's case, power up, the winner, Iron Man. But the reason why Iron Man can lift stuff up is because thanks to the thrusters. Otherwise, I doubt he can actually hold up that much weight. I mean, the suit can hold a lot of weight on its own, but it's really thanks to the thrusters. But Mega Man lifted that building while he was on his bare feet. Yeah, he was just on his feet, holding an entire building which weighed 90,000 tons, and still managed to escape before it fully collapsed. Yeah. So, while Iron Man could get stronger thanks to the boosters and all upgraded suits, Mega Man is naturally strong without any thrusters. Hell, without an upgrade, Mega Man can't even fly. So, that only makes Mega Man that much stronger. It's a shame he can't mix power-ups. But he can swap really, really freaking fast, I must say. So it's really hard to decide who's the strongest. In terms of base form, it's an easy win for Mega Man, but in terms of upgraded suit, it's an easy win for Iron Man. I'm taking a nice little sip of brain juice. Lol. So, I kind of have to call the strength category a tie. So yeah, there we go. Now then, we go on to speed. Now, I don't think Iron Man has any suits which make him faster or not. I doubt it. But in the classic suit we always see him in, he can go up to Mach 5, I believe. It's been a while since I've actually read up about Iron Man, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't know his entire speed. But as far as I know, Iron Man's top speed is at Mach 5, which is faster than his I'm sorry, which is faster than the world record speed vehicle, the SSR 72 Blackbird, which can go at Mach 3. And I don't know what Mach speeds are exactly, but if I did, I'll probably be able to tell you what it would be in miles per hour. But Mach 5 is pretty darn fast in consideration to real world. Now, Mega Man. Now, base form, Mega Man's not exactly the fastest. He can probably go, what, 5 miles per hour? But I think thanks to the Ninja upgrade, thanks to the Ninja upgrade, if I remember correctly, it makes him 3 times faster. So that's what, 6 miles per hour? Not really. I know what you're thinking. Sounds pretty darn pathetic for Mega Man, but he hasn't always been the fastest. But when he uses the rock, The Rocket Man power-up. Oh, does he actually get a little bit faster? The Rocket Man power-up literally allows Mega Man to fly and shoot rockets. Go figure. Well, rocket fist. That's kind of funny. And how funny, when he puts on the suit, he actually kind of looks like Iron Man. So, go figure again. And in the Rocket Man upgrade allows him to go 20 times faster than in base form. So 20 times 2, that's 40 miles per hour. Not the bestest of speeds, but it's something, I guess. And after doing a quick little calculation, I found out that Mach 5 literally means you could go nearly 4,000 miles per hour. So the winner for speed, Iron Man. And the whole Rocket Man power-up doesn't actually change when Mega Man goes to Mega Man X form. Or should I just say X form? Yeah, for some reason it doesn't change like the Gus Man suits did. Weird. Very weird. But oh well. Looks like for the first proper point goes to Iron Man. Okay, moving on to techniques. Iron Man's trademark technique is his repulsor blast, which he uses in his hands, like the palm of his hands, and from his damn it, if only I remember the bloody name. I want to call it a spark, but then that would be like a Transformers thing, and I do not want to start a bloody fan rage. So I'm just going to call it his electromagnetic core. They can shoot between yellow and blue lasers for extra power. It changes for some reason. It changes from being a yellow blaster, then a blue, and then he has high pressure laser chips on the ends of his fists. So kind of like a knuckle laser. Sweet. He also has rockets in his shoulders, knees, arms, hell, everywhere. He can also scan flight patterns, fight patterns, lock onto targets. And it doesn't matter which AI he really has, because almost any AI and every AI will work perfectly with his suit. But everyone knows him best for using Jarvis. Because let's be honest, the Jarvis voice is the best for Iron Man. The fighting voice is funny, but we all love Jarvis. Come on, you can admit it, you love Jarvis, because he's awesome. And there's a lot of different suits Iron Man has. So I don't know, because it's actually going to be pretty hard to decide, because Mega Man has different forms and Iron Man has different suits. I can't really say it'd be fair to give Mega Man all of his forms, to give Iron Man only 2 different suits. So and I don't know how many suits he has, but if I was to try and get into what each one did, I'd be here all day, and I kind of want to get this over with. But I think for the purpose of this fight, we're just gonna make these two fight in their basic traditional classic suits. So actually, now that we got that over with, the winner of strength actually now is Mega Man. But better techniques. Iron Man also has rockets in his feet and hands, hell, almost everywhere, to allow him to fly easily. And that's pretty much it. He doesn't really do much else. And he just sticks to like tackling opponents, punching them. Hell, he doesn't even kick. Seriously, like he rarely kicks with that damn Iron Man suit. Oh, he also has like a giant arc cannon. Thanks to the Street Fighter. I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom games. Lol. He can also fire giant lasers from his palms and chest. But we all know that as the Unibeam. I love that move. And well, that's about it really. Okay, Mega Man can shoot little yellow energy balls out of his arm cannon. Slightly bigger blue ones, really big blue ones, extremely big blue ones that look exactly like the freaking Hadouken from Street Fighter, and a giant freaking blue laser when he fully charges the damn thing, which is freaking sweet. Also, which I didn't know, well, I knew that Mega Man could swap the arm cannon to different arms, but I didn't know he could have double freaking arm cannons. Hello! That's a new one on me. Thank you. Thanks, Deathbell. You told me something which I didn't know. But still, making Mega Man lose to Astro Boy? Really? Really? the things you put up with as a fan. Anywho. Let me see. He can also turn his arm into a drill, a chain and well, don't want to say sickle, but spiky ball, a mallet. He can turn it into like no, not a mallet. That's a type of hammer. A mace. That's it. He can turn it into a chain and mace. He can also create mini tornadoes out of his arm. He can shoot mini arms in base form. God, it's actually hard to figure out. Well, not figure out, but you know what I mean. That's about it, really. Well, because I already said the weapons inside the technique, so there we go. I think that's basically it for both Mega Man and Iron Man. I know you're thinking there should be more, right? Well, you know, I can't think of more, or there's not that many to think of. Hey, anywho, now we need to discuss which one has the better advantage. Well, it seems that Iron Man has the better arsenal with lasers, rockets. Oh, and thanks to Civil War, he can also shoot little, I don't know, darts that cause electromagnetic pulses. um, inside a certain machine of Iron Man's choosing. Also Iron Man can do an EMP move, which doesn't destruct his own suit. Cool, huh? And also for some reason he can shoot out locks. Yeah, he can shoot freaking big ass handcuffs. What? I mean, that is amazing. That's some skill right there. So, while Iron Man has the better arsenal, he always seems to run very, very, very low on power. He almost I don't know how long it usually takes for him to lose full power, but if it's anything like Iron Man 3, it doesn't really take that long. Because Iron Man only flew over a couple of states in the suit, and it literally reached 0 as soon as they landed. 0%. So while Iron Man has the better arsenal, he has the absolute worst energy consumption. While Mega Man literally never runs out of energy. I'm sure people may argue, but those energy cans give Mega Man more energy. Well, I hear you, person in the comment section saying otherwise, but those things don't give Mega Man more natural energy. They give him what's known as give him electro energy. That's why there's an E on it. See? Which gives Mega Man more electronical energy. While in terms of natural energy, Mega Man can go for days, son. So if Mega Man can last longer than Iron Man with his constant blast moves and extra weapons, while Iron Man does have the better arsenal and can fly, it won't really matter that much if he runs out of power. Winner of techniques? Mega Man. Martial arts. Now this is actually hard, because Tony Stark, while he does know a few bits of martial arts like boxing, and thanks to Iron Man 2, I don't know if it was a joke or not, but he also knows something like, I think he said he knows mixed martial arts. I don't know if he was joking or not, but with the gloves he was wearing, it kind of looked like it. And his favorite move is to tackle his opponents. Seriously, that's like his favorite move when he's fighting. While he can use like his thrusters to give himself like a rocket punch or a rocket backhand and rocket knees and all that shiz, which is a clever technique, Mega Man actually knows how to fight hand to hand. And also, who needs a booster for a backhand when you can literally shoot out your own hand at someone else's face? That's actually quite funny when you think about it. And seriously, Mega Man also has a drill. A freaking drill. And a chain of mace. And also, unlike Tony, Mega Man is a tactician. While Tony does like to think like a tactician sometimes, but he usually mostly and almost always likes to wing it. But Mega Man never wings it. He goes in thinking smart and intelligent. That's why he always knows which suit is best for which situation. Thank you, copy ability. You are awesome. So while Iron Man may know somewhat real martial arts, he's not an expert. While he can fight pretty good, he still struggles with really good fighters such as Captain America, Iron Fist. Hell, even Spider-Man would give him a hard time. And Batman. Yes, I'm saying Batman could hurt Tony thanks to martial arts, but he would but I'm not saying he would win. Cause I don't know. I feel like Batman and Iron Man are just as smart as each other. Somewhat. And because Mega Man's a tactician and he knows how to actually fight, thanks to all the other robots he had to fight hand to freaking hand. And with his overbearing strength, it looks like tactics over just winging it. The winning the martial arts, Mega Man. And now we go on to what type of power they use. Iron Man seems to run off, well, electricity. Cause if you remember in the Avengers movie, Thor shot lightning right at Iron Man, and he got more power. You remember that scene? I remember that scene. I mean, seriously, it went to 400%. Is that even physically possible for a robot? In the fictional world? Yes. Yes, it is. While Mega Man seems to sort of run on electricity himself, he is still partially organic. Yet, you thought he was a cyborg? No, technically, he's an android. So, props to him still being somewhat human. Now, it's not really fair to say who has better usage of power, but because Iron Man runs out of power more often than Mega Man does, it seems like the winner of power / energy, again, is Mega Man. So I'm sorry to say, but overall, looks like with better strength, slightly better techniques, better martial arts, and better power usage, only just being Mega Man takes the victory today. Iron Man may be faster and may be able to fly and has more arsenal and has been a member of the Avengers, which gives him a lot of knowledge of how to fight differently. Mega Man has been part of his own team and has fought way more robots than you and I could count. The only person who's fought more robots than Mega Man? Sonic the Hedgehog. God love that guy. Now I could lay down how the fight would go, like in full detail, but it would take a bit long. So I'm just gonna quickly get into how it would work. Mega Man's doing his business fighting robots, and then he sees Iron Man. He thinks he's another robot that works for Wily. He then attacks him. Tony thinks he's an enemy robot made by Hydra or something. Then they both fight each other. While Iron Man realizes Mega Man's too strong for him, he then uses his superior speed and fight and an arsenal against him, and the fact that he can fly. Mega Man has a hard time trying to hit Tony, but Tony has the same problem with Mega Man. And then Iron Man would eventually run low on power, not enough to sustain flight. Maybe enough to keep fighting for a bit, but not enough to sustain flight. He then tries to go for his arc cannon blast, and Mega Man would go for his giant arm cannon blast. Arc cannon versus arm cannon. Mega Man realizes his one arm is not his one. Iron Man then tries to go for a Unibeam, and then Mega Man quickly changes his other hand into another cannon and blasts at the Unibeam. And then big explosion goes on, they both fall back. Iron Man, running extremely low on power, tries to go in for the final attack, hoping because he sees that Mega Man's a bit dizzy. But then out of the blue, Mega Man jumps over Iron Man, turns around and does one last big blue energy blast straight into the head of Iron Man, and there is no head no more. And then blood would spurt out, and Mega Man would be like, "Wait, was that a human? Whoops." Oh well. And that would be the end of Tony Stark. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm slightly proud to say, the winner of this battle between Man in Suit and an android in suit, the winner is Rock, aka Mega Man, the super fighting robot. Sorry, Tony. Looks like you inside your creation is no match for the creation of Dr. Light. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to join the Hedgehog Army /Nation today. I also thank you very much for over 370 subscribers, and currently right now I have hit over 380 subscribers, so I will be making another video to celebrate hitting that milestone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, stay awesome, and as always, a Dragon Fist. Hiya!